Yeah, of course you can't recast the role of T'Challa. Yeah, nobody else can do it. Nobody wants to see Anthony Mackie as T'Challa. Yeah, you definitely do not recast the role of T'Challa. That's what Anthony Mackie said about almost 3 years ago on the Jamel Hill show when she asked him, "Do you think they should recast the role of T'Challa?" And this while he was doing promotion for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which I love that show. I think it's an awesome show. Is the show perfect? No. Does it have holes in it? Yes. But something can be beautiful and not be perfect. I mean, outside of God, I don't know anything that's perfect. So, but anyways, that's what Anthony Mackie says. Now, fast forward years later, one great actor, William Hurt, who starred as General Thunderbolt Ross, he had died. I think he died last year, I believe. We're in 2024. I think it was last year when he passed, and they recast his role with the great legendary Harrison Ford. I'm not sure if Anthony Mackie has been asked that question yet, but maybe he's gonna get asked that question. But also, as I think about the whole landscape of things, like I don't think it matter. Well, let me rephrase that. It does matter, but let's say Anthony Mackie said, "Well, I think they should recast the role of T'Challa." You still gonna have people who hate what he said. You have people who love what he said. Depends on what side of the coin you're on. But the two people that matters, well, actually three. If Bob Iger says they're going to recast T'Challa, but then it doesn't matter what Anthony Mackie or any other cast member says. Kevin Feige and Nate Moore, those three guys say they're going to recast the role of T'Challa. It absolutely doesn't matter what any other actor says. Now, I'm not sure how passionate and how deep Anthony Mackie was willing to go at that time when he was saying, "Hey, I don't think they should recast the role of T'Challa." I understand his point of view on that, but just because you understand something doesn't mean you necessarily have to agree with it. And just because I disagree with something doesn't mean I'm right, and it doesn't mean I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure if they had recast the role of T'Challa in Captain America 4 with Daniel Ezra or Corey Hawkins or John David Washington or any other actor, I don't think Anthony Mackie would say, "Well, I can't do this movie because y'all recast the role of T'Challa." You know, like I'm a firm believer. You gotta have the courage behind your convictions. You can say you're gonna do one thing, but let's put you to the test and see if you're gonna do it. How far are you willing to go? How far are you willing to stand on that hill that you believe? Willing to die on that? Okay. So I'm not sure at what level of how deep it is for him or whatever. And it's been 3 years from now. I know me initially, like in 2020 and a good part of 2021, I wasn't ready for the role of T'Challa to be recast. But as time went by, I realized and understood. Yeah, Batman's been recast, Spider Man been recast, Superman, all these heroes, Punisher, they've been recast, man, and Wonder Woman, and you know what, The Flash. Hey, man, we can have somebody else play T'Challa. It's okay. It's okay because Chadwick Boseman wasn't T'Challa in real life. T'Challa is a fictional character, so that means other actors should get the opportunity to play him. But with that said, let's talk about Captain America 4 Brave New World. Teaser trailer came out today. All right, so let's jump off into it. All right, I like the trailer. I thought it was a dope trailer. It was an awesome trailer. Um, it comes out February 14th, 2025. Most likely that's on a Friday. Am I going to see it on Friday the 14th, February 14th? No. But I'm going to watch the movie. I'm going to check the movie out. Because I love movies. All right? If I think a movie is going to be good, oh, you damn well. I'll tell you something. I'm going to go see it. This movie here looks like it's going to be a political thriller. I'm down with that. Um, it's a Captain America movie, but there are some Hulk elements in there. Got Thunderbolt Ross in there, the leader. I heard Betty Ross is going to be in there. Liv Tyler will be reprising her role. So, Thunderbolt Ross is going to be the Red Hulk. We see that in the trailer. No spoiler. And it makes you think, well, dang, this kind of sounds like a Hulk movie. Well, it's probably going to be a Hulk it's probably going to be the Captain America / Hulk movie / Falcon movie or whatever. But I'm down with that. You know why? Because outside of Captain America 1, the first Avenger, the other two Captain America films, he wasn't the main lead on there. Captain America Winter Soldier. When I watched that movie, to me the movie is more about the Winter Soldier just as much it is about Captain America. You know, and it's called Captain America Winter Soldier. And a lot of people, when they refer to that movie, they say, what's your favorite Marvel movie, MCU movie? They'll say Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier is in most people's top 5 as far as MCU movies. All right, Winter Soldier. They don't even say Captain America or Captain America 2. They say Winter Soldier. All right, Captain America 3. Now, that movie was going to go back more to like how they did Captain America First Avenger. It was going to have, some of the cast from there. Neil McDonough, Derek Luke was going to return. But they changed it up. Kevin Feige changed it up once they saw that the WB and DC was going to be doing Batman versus Superman. So he said, you know what? Let's do Iron Man versus Captain America. So Captain America 3, Civil War, it's more of it's a Captain America movie, Avengers movie, and Iron Man 4. When I see that movie. And Black Panther T'Challa MCU origin story. All right? All of those elements. So it doesn't feel like just a solo Captain America movie. And what helped that movie get over $1 billion? Oh, freaking Spider-Man, dude. Spider-Man made his debut in the MCU in Captain America Civil War. So the thing about it, if that was the working formula for the second and third Captain America movies with Steve Rogers, and he's the one who we all historically know as Captain America, well then they're going to do some big things, make some big reveals, and it's going to be a shared storyline on Captain America 4 with Sam Wilson, who formerly known as the Falcon, as Captain America. The way I look at it, I don't care what you call the movie. Just don't be disrespectful in the title. Just make a dope ass movie. I love movies. I'm going to watch movies. You have some people, they don't watch the comic movies that much anymore. They just read the comics. That's great. Some just, they'll watch the TV shows instead of the movies or instead of the comic books. That's great too. Or some people, they'll just listen to the audio books. That's great too. Whatever floats your boat to find your lost remote. This is for my people working in the airport who got laid off. I take my shades off. Y'all remember that? Cause the whole world loves it when you don't get down. All right, man. ADD. All right. Anyways, but let's get to this trailer. All right. So some things that stood out to me. All right. So they addressed the whole recast situation similar to how when Don Cheadle became the new War Machine after they let go of Terrence Howard. He tells what's the name? Sam he tells General Ross, he said, oh man, I'm not gotta get used to this new look you got. And his response was, lose the mustache or lose the election. So he's running for office. He's running for office, people. So that's how they're going to call out the recast of Thunderbolt Ross. I support the recasting, but just, hey, you know what? Keep that same energy with T'Challa as well. You know what I'm saying? Let's recast T'Challa also. And whenever you do that, you can make that same type of joke. Yeah, you got a little taller, you got a little wider, or what's up? You got your beard looks different, Is that a new haircut? Your hair looks different because whoever is going to be the new T'Challa, he is not going to look exactly like Chadwick Boseman, and we wouldn't expect him to. We expect him to come in and he do his thing. It's kind of like, hey, you remember Temptations? David Ruffin, as great as he is, when they came in, they brought in the new lead singer, who was a good singer too, So, anyways, let's see. Oh, I didn't lost a step here. But anyways, but they kind of did it the way they did with Iron Man, with when they recast Iron Man. You remember in that scene where at the beginning of Iron Man 2, we see the new War Machine, Don Cheadle, and Tony Stark. They interact, and Tony was like, "You look kind of different," you know. And he was like, "Well, maybe it's the uniform," you know. So I'm looking forward to that, you know. I mean, but let's go on to the next thing here that I noticed in here. So General Ross wants it to work with Captain America again. You know, he wants to work with him. Last time we saw them, I believe it was Infinity War. Was it Infinity War or Endgame? It was Infinity War, and you know he wasn't really rocking with with War Machine because he was siding with Cap. You know, and he didn't arrest Cap. So, but that should be interesting. But I mean, I understand Sam has some suspicions as he should, but maybe it can work. You know, but if I'm General Ross, if I want it to work with Sam, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure Sam is able to get a home. Because remember when we watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier, dude is a veteran and he's an Avenger, but yet he doesn't qualify for a loan. Come on, people, what the hell? So you know, Thunderbolt Ross is gonna have to take care of him first, you know. But another thing, you know, the fact that he's running for an election. So the guy that was the president on Secret Invasion, he's not the president anymore. You know, where is he at? I got my notes here. You know, what happened to him? Is he running for re-election? Did he get assassinated? What happened? Um, I don't know. I mean, after threatening to kill all the Skrulls, I wonder if he lost a lot of voters. You know what I'm saying? You know, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, that kind of, I find it very interesting. You know, we see Isaiah Bradley return, which I love the character of Isaiah Bradley. You know, we see him, he's attacking the president. He makes an assassination attempt and he jumps out the window. And now, for those of you people who are concerned whether or not, okay, Isaiah Bradley, he's jumping off the window. Will he have a safe landing? Will he die? Will he be injured? Number one, he's a super soldier. I understand he's elderly. And also, here's another thing, you know, a mantis, they always land gracefully when they're jumping and flying and landing on things. So I'm pretty sure the mantis in him will come out. So those who you know, y'all get that reference. You know what I'm saying? But but you know, my theory is, you know, I mean, it's been 3 years since we seen him. All right, and I think it's quite possible that, what did I put here in my notes? That, hey, what if Isaiah Bradley has been scrolled? I say scrolled, that's a term that I use whenever somebody is a scroll. Think about it. Okay, the previous president was trying to kill the Skrulls. All right, and the country was heavily against Skrulls. There's over 1 million Skrulls on this planet, probably more than that. That's what Talos told us in Secret Invasion. All right, and if you're a Skrull, what can you do to deflect some attention from your people? Because you want to protect your people, your race of people. They're literally a different race. They're not humans. They can make themselves look like humans, but they're not humans. They don't bleed red. I think they bleed purple. Is it purple? I think they bleed purple. Um, yeah. So I gotta go double check that. But anyways, how do you deflect the attention from the Skrulls? Here's what you do. You frame a black hero, a black war hero, for attempting to assassinate the president. Then what you're gonna have, people gonna start, the racial tensions amongst humans gonna start. That's gonna start coming back. And then a lot of people are gonna start to forget about, well, we gotta focus on these Skrulls too, you know? And not saying all Skrulls are bad, not all Skrulls are good. You know? Eventually they're gonna want to invade because they are impersonating other beings. And you remember at the end of Secret Invasion in those pods with Emilia Clarke's character, I forgot her name. I think it's Gia. You know, she saw all those pods, and who knows how many people was in there, and what other characters, civilians, heroes, superhero characters are there. You know, one of my theories, I still think T'Challa was scrolled as well. So that'll be a good way for them to recast T'Challa. You can, hey, that T'Challa that died, that was a scroll. And remember, we never saw a body, you know. But I think that's possible. That's a possibility of what's going on here, you know. So it's like the scrolls trying to deflect that attention away from them so humans can stop hunting them. All right. But what's another thing I noticed in here? All right. All right. Sam tells Ross that his inner circle has been compromised. Compromised by who? Once again, I'm thinking about scrolls, people. Yeah, I know you probably like, T, man, let go of this scroll stuff. No, I'm not gonna let it go because scrolls play. There are over 1 million scrolls on this planet, dude. Like the person you're living with could be a freaking scroll. You know, if it's somebody you living with or hanging out with that you know, and let's say they normally grumpy, they normally got a bad attitude and all that, and all of a sudden they're acting nice. Yeah, they could be a scroll. Or vice versa with their attitude. If there was somebody who was nice and all of that and very, you know, nice, friendly to people, and all of a sudden they got an attitude, they cranky, might be a scroll. But, you know, it's quite possible some of his people in his camp could be scrolls. And maybe that's why he's turning into the Red Hulk, because he has to be able to defend himself. Right? So, let's see. Where else we at? I think that's the leader. Yeah, I think that's the leader. There's a scene on there in the trailer where he says, "The power is shifting." Now, what power is shifting? Shannon Carter returns in this movie. We didn't see her in the trailer, but she returns, and she was in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The last time we saw her, she was I'm gonna say the party pooper. No, thinking about Kindergarten Cop, man. She was the power broker. So is the leader telling Sharon Carter that the power is shifting, or is the leader working with Sharon Carter and he's telling somebody else the power is shifting, or is he telling her that the power is shifting towards them, or is he betraying Sharon Carter and saying the power is shifting to me? And if it's shifting to him, what's making the power shift to him? What is he doing? What does he have going on? Remember last time we saw the leader, that was in the Edward Norton Incredible Hulk. And a drop of the Hulk's blood dropped on his brain because he had an open wound and his head got bigger. So who knows how big his head has gotten, but based on that little ass hat he was wearing, I don't think his head got too big unless he possessed the ability to make his head get bigger, get smaller, or normal, or whatever. Just like how Ant-Man is able to manipulate his size, like on some quantum physics type stuff. I don't know. If that's in the comics, y'all let me know. I'm not sure. But you know, and another thing, you can't be the leader as your name without you being the main villain in this movie. And I'm trying to think, did he give himself the name the leader, or did somebody call him that? Because I think if you give yourself the name the leader, that's pretty whack. Like, come on, man, that's a name that should be earned, you know. But we'll see, you know. But this movie here, like I say, it feels like a Hulk movie too, but it's Captain America, Hulk, you know what I'm saying? So who knows what they're going to do? Because a lot of times with the movies, they do modified versions of the comics or what we saw in the animated series. So, you know, who knows? What else do we have here? So at the end of the trailer, they played it off like it's a post-credit teaser trailer scene. We see the Red Hulk grabbing the Captain America shield. So who knows? Are they sparring, or is that like a final fight, or maybe they eventually end up teaming up? I'm pretty sure they're probably gonna bump heads, but then eventually they're gonna team up and work together. I don't think Sam is gonna be too happy about Thunderbolt Ross being the Red Hulk. I can't recall whether or not if the Red Hulk is permanently the Red Hulk, or is he's able to transform back into the human version of Ross. Man, I'm trying to think. I remember in Avengers Infinity War, I think I recall. Man, fact check me on this one, y'all. When War Machine, when he was conversating with General Ross, Ross mentioned something about, I don't know if it was a heart thing or his shoulder, because he was talking about how it was affecting him when he plays golf. Man, man, I wish I could remember what it was, but who knows? If you're him, you're a war hero. You know, you got a lot of experience in combat, and you're about protecting your country, and you see that, hey man, after the stuff that happened went down with Thanos, you got to up the ante. So he takes the serum, and you know, now he's able to defend his loved ones. You know, because for all we know, who knows what happened? Let's say what, because I don't know what motivates him to become the Red Hulk. Don't know yet. Y'all may know. I don't know, and I don't mind going into the theater in a movie not knowing. All right, and because I want the element of surprise, 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 surprise. That was popular on TikTok about 4 or 5 months ago. But anywho, um, who knows what happened with Betty? Not saying Betty is dead, but let's say some of Thanos' soldiers, the aliens, they came and they beat up on Betty a bit, and Thunderbolt Ross wasn't able to protect her like he wanted, and he got his ass knocked down the way Namor knocked out your boy M'Baku. Still can't get over that. But anyways, let's say that's when he was like, you know what? I gotta figure out a way to get some of that super soldier serum in me so I can protect my loved ones. So who knows, man? That who knows his reasons for that. But I remember Anthony Mackie said well, I'm lying. That's not what I meant to say. I went on Wikipedia just to kind of see who all was in this movie and get and see if they had any extra information on the plot. And they said it mentioned that Anthony Mackie when it was in his character description, he said that when the way when he's taking on a role, he likes to find like a soundtrack or like a song that can help him get into the mode of that character. And he said for this movie, he listened to Tupac's "Hit 'Em Up." And I'm gonna tell you something. I still have my doubts on this movie, whether or not it could be good or not, because I'm like, man, like I think Anthony Mackie as the Falcon, even as Captain America, when he's in the air, when he's flying, those are his best scenes. But the combat that he has and stuff, it's not like if Wesley Snipes, prime Wesley Snipes was doing this, oh man, you know that the hand to hand combat, but he's also, you know, trained martial artist, got some elite belts, you know. But at the same time, Keanu Reeves and Lawrence Fishburne, they trained heavily on the Matrix. And I want to see Anthony Mackie improve his fight game and stuff for the movie's sake. You know what I'm saying? And but he said he listened to Tupac's "Hit 'Em Up." For those of you who aren't aware, whenever you listen to Tupac's "Hit 'Em Up," whatever it is you're doing, it's gonna boost it up by 20 to 25%. If you're running and you're listening and "Hit 'Em Up" comes on, you're gonna run 20% faster. If you're lifting weights, okay, "Hit 'Em Up" comes on, you're gonna be 20% stronger during the duration of that time while that song is on. All right? Okay, if you're selling cars and "Hit 'Em Up" comes on, you're gonna sell an extra car that day. All right? If if um if you work at a fast food restaurant, man, let me tell you something. You're gonna give your customer service is gonna be boosted by 20%, and you're gonna get 20% more tips when Tupac's "Hit 'Em Up" pops up. So I'm expecting Anthony Mackie's fight scenes to be even better and more crisp, move with more purpose, because this man said he was listening to Tupac's "Hit 'Em Up." You know, he played Tupac in the Biggie movie, and he played Tupac in a stage play. And okay, and the one scene I saw him fighting in it's just a teaser trailer. Yeah, I liked it. Looked good. Move with purpose. I can dig that. But yeah, and another thing on there was the in the trailer where Ross, he says, you may be Captain America, but you are no Steve Rogers. Well, if I'm Sam, I'm gonna say, well, you may be a Hulk, but you're no Bruce Banner. And you may be a Red Hulk, but you're no Green Hulk. Okay, World War Hulk. You're not that Hulk. You know, hell, you're not even Smart Hulk. Can you even beat Smart Hulk? Probably not. So, but overall, trailer wise, scale to 1 to 10. Well, this is a teaser trailer. I'm gonna give it a 8. I'm gonna give it an 8. Looks entertaining. Looks good. Um, I can't wait to see the actual trailer. So I don't know if they're gonna debut that at the San Diego Comic Con or not, but maybe they will, maybe they won't. But I'm looking forward to seeing that. So, but this man, yeah, we got a we have a recast version of Thunderbolt Ross, man. So I'm hoping that we're gonna get another T'Challa soon, and I think that's gonna be awesome as well. I Hey man, just make good movies. I love watching movies, man, and I'll watch a good movie. I'll watch a bad movie. If it's a very very good movie, I'll watch it over and over and over. There's some bad movies I will watch, and you know you have some movies are so bad that they're rewatchable, and I watch it just to critique the hell out of it, or it might be a few good scenes in there. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like you watch a basketball game and your team loses, but in the loss you see some highlights from some of your favorite players or some of the players who don't really get much shine, and it's like I'll go back and watch the highlights or watch and do that. But anyways, share your thoughts. Let me know, what did you think about the Captain America 4 Brave New World? Man, teaser trailer. I'm not gonna lie. I thought when they previously had the title set as Captain America: The New World Order, I thought that would have been better. Thought that would have been much better, But you know, hey, we'll see. We'll see what it do. All right, share your thoughts. Let me know. Please hit that like and subscribe button. And once again, thanks again for taking the time out of your day to listen to my podcast, Student of the Game Podcast. Peace out.